coffee.
Coffee.
Well, hello there, Coffee Time friends. How y'all doing? Say hey, Mama.
Hey, how you doing?
We're having some coffee and chicken stock, and Mama made Jello. Can y'all see that beautiful Jello? Orange Jello. Mama's prepping today for her test tomorrow. Routine checkup test. Hopefully all will be well. And that's what we're doing. So, I'm having broth with her. I did slip a little piece of cornbread in mine.
That's fine.
But it don't smell, and it's like tempting to her. So, as long as I'm not tempting her with smelling up some good smelling food. I should have fixed mashed potatoes and pork chops and green beans or something.
I had that. Well, I didn't have pork chops, but I had that my mashed potatoes yesterday.
You got your fix in already?
I got it fixed for a few days.
You did good, didn't you, Mama? So this is our simple lunch today. Boy, there's no recipe required for it. Just a box of chicken stock heated in the microwave. And that's it. Mama's drinking hers pure and plain. I've got a little bit of cornbread in mine, leftover cornbread from yesterday.
That cornbread was good yesterday, wasn't it?
It's good today.
I have to brag on it.
So what are y'all up to? Hello, John and Mama from Jamie. Hey, John and Mama.
Hello.
Y'all got any Hey Mama jokes? Someone said the other day, I missed the Hey Mama jokes. I thought, well, we've not done those in ever. But if you do a Hey Mama joke, please give us the answer. Because I can't, if you ask it and then you put the answer later, sometimes it don't feed.
I can't see it. So
Mama can't see it anyway.
I can't read the whole thing. I'm too far away.
Get a good report tomorrow. Thank you, Jan. Prayers appreciated.
Thank you.
You know, even though it's routine and that she's not having symptoms or signs of anything, problems, you always are a little, just want everything to work out good. We'll be praying for you both. Thank you, Donna. Y'all are so kind. Love watching. Well, thank you, Shirley. We love having you here. So, Mom, we got nice bowls for
Jello.
For Jello.
They were on top and I could reach them.
Ain't that good? You may got a Hey Mama and John. Hey, you may got a Hey Mama joke. We've not tested her in a while. She always gets them right.
No, not always. What is it? Stale on them now. I ain't had none to have to think about nothing.
We started eating our broth. We was going to wait till after we get finished and then come home. Mama said, well, just go ahead and start it. I thought they don't want to watch us eat broth.
They might get an enjoyment out of see what other people has to do sometimes. Hello,
Mama and John from Ponca City, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Well, hello there, Julia. How are you? Leslie, hi, John and Mama. I'm making stroganoff for dinner. You know, that's something I've never made. I've eaten it once, I think, in my whole life. Mama, I don't never remember you making it.
No, mine's goulash.
Goulash. We might have something good like that tomorrow night for supper.
I may have to have my potatoes again tomorrow.
Well, I tell you what we'll do. We'll have just whatever you want, Mama.
That's good.
If you felt like it, we could go out to eat.
It's according to what the doctor says.
Hello from Ohio. Hey, Dorothy. I'm making baked custard sherry. Man, oh wow, that would be good. Hey, Nola. Hey, Sherry. How are you? Dear heart. Nola must know Sherry.
I'm happy to be here.
What was that?
I don't know. Could have been my phone over in that bag.
It was. I see it lit up.
Oh, I said Sherry. She thought I said Siri.
Oh. Watch our language. We have to.
Good afternoon, John and Mama. Anybody got a Hey Mama joke? I don't have nothing to chop, nothing to do. No prep today. No chores.
Oh.
What do you think about that, Mama?
I think it's wonderful. Enjoy it while you can.
Mama, have you ever heard this one before? This is that book of Southern sayings. Someone sent us Southern Treasures. Yeah, I heard him, but he's all hat and no cattle. What's that mean, Mama?
He's all hat and
No cattle. All broth and no beans. All hat and no cattle. As full of wind as a corn-eating horse. Cold stroop sitting down. I don't know what that means.
I don't know them.
Getting above one's raisin. Now I know what that
I've heard
means.
that one.
Highfalutin. I've heard that one. Highfalutin. Putting on airs. Now we call that putting on airs. You know when I'd say we set the table and stuff, we putting on airs. Mm-hmm. Too big for one's britches. Think the sun comes up just to hear him crow. Can I use that one? Yeah. He thinks the sun comes up just to hear him crow. Did you hear Dwayne putting on airs about his new F-150? That boy is getting above his raisin. She always was a little too big for her britches. Dorothy June is so proud of that hat, she could strut sitting down.
Oh my goodness, that is proud.
Now those are new to me, a lot of them.
Yeah.
A lot of them are.
Unless it's that hat business wants to be a cowboy and don't have no...
Yeah, or like a, just wearing a big hat, acting like you're a big deal. Let's see here. Let's find us another Southern saying. You just hush your mouth, Sammy Joe. You just hush your mouth.
Yeah.
Y'all heard that one
hey,
before.
Mama's coming on there.
Mama's like, can you help me? She said, help me, get me out of this. How about a riddle, Faith, fiddle farting around? Pat, yeah, we've heard of that one. I like that one. Mm-hmm. This is you just hush your mouth, Sammy Joe. Button up.
Yeah.
We know that one. Hush. Yeah. Hush one's mouth. Not a peep. Now, I heard that my whole life. My whole life. You know how a chicken or baby bird will peep. Peep, 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 peep. It means don't even do that. Don't even want to hear you. You better be quiet. Not a peep. Better not hear a peep out of you.
I seen this cartoon thing where this mother hen went in a room full of little chicks and said, I better not hear a peep out of here.
This is shush. Shush is a combination between shut up and hush. It's shush. Stow it. That means the same thing. And tick-a-lock. Y'all remember like...
Tick-a-lock. We did that.
Tick-a-lock. We used to do that. Sandy told her annoying little brother to stow it. You kids better shush back there. You better shut up and hush. And he's a hollering and a driving me nuts. He needs to tickle off. He needs to hush. The Southern way to say be quiet. The Southern way to say busy. This project has me up to my hind end in alligators. Never heard that one.
Never.
More swamp than an Everglades. Running all over. Up to one's hind end in alligators. Never heard those. None of them.
That's really Southern.
That's something different than we do. These are good sayings. I like to just browse through them sometime. The Southern way to say children. Now this one, we probably heard some of these. I have. Youngins today are always on their phones. Youngins. Now that's why you say children. Here we say it right to this moment. I probably used it in church this morning. I probably said something to them youngins. Like, youngins, come on.
Yeah.
Children is brood. Mamas will call their kid, get my brood together. Tell my brood to come on, we're leaving. Meaning, tell all my little chicks to come on. Because they call it hens, chicks, a brood of chickens. Somebody saying, hey mama. Hey mama, knock knock. Uh-oh, it's a Seymour. Can I see more?
Seymour.
Oh, Emily, I can't see more. Oh, who's there? Butter. Butter who? Better let me in or I'll freeze. Oh,
Better let me in.
butter. Barney used to say, click a log, yep.
And nip it in the bud.
Knee high to a grasshopper. That's
Yeah.
children. And you said that in the past. I've never heard anybody use that present. Like, all y'all knee high to a grasshopper, come in here. I've never heard that. But I have heard I wasn't knee high to a grasshopper when that happened. Tadpoles. Whippersnappers. Now that's a big one. I had an uncle used to call, well, he's just a little whippersnapper. Don't even know what that means, but that's what it is. And youngins. Youngins is a big southern term. And you can be called youngins at any age. Like you may have an aunt.
It's an older person saying it.
Right. If you have an aunt, she may call everybody in the household into lunch. But saying, youngins, come on and get you a plate. Don't matter how old you are. But now if she's talking about kids playing out in the yard, she may say, them youngins is getting too close to the creek. That means them kids is going to get hurt. So youngins is a big southern term that we call our children. It's a term of endurement, I'm sure.
You want some Jello now?
I'll get some in a minute, Mama. Here's the southern way to say cold.
Coals.
Cold. Mama, you should know half of these at
I
least.
probably do.
I'm feeling airish, meaning I'm in a breeze. There's a draft. It's airish in here. That means not Irish, airish, meaning there's a breeze in here.
I feel a breeze right now, Irish breeze.
I'm as cold as a cast iron commode.
No, I ain't never heard that.
Me either. As cold as a frosted frog. As cold as their ex-wife's heart.
Oh, no.
Colder than a well digger's behind.
I've heard that one.
Colder than a well digger's behind up there. Terribly southern. The southern way to say crazy. Now, I guarantee you we've heard some of these. I ain't even read them yet. Oh, Lord, right here, this first one. He's as crazy as a Betsy bug. Betsy bug.
Mm-hmm.
Heard that.
one.
Crazier than an outhouse fly. Gone round the bend.
Yep.
Nuttier than a fruitcake.
Yep.
This is probably an older one, and it means he's a little titched. Titched. The cheese slid off one. The cheese has slid off his cracker.
Oh, Lord.
I've heard that before. And then y'all ain't right. Now we said that one a lot. If somebody said, we can use that one 2 or 3 different ways. Like if somebody says something about you, like aggravating you, teasing you a little bit, you may look at the whole group up and say, y'all ain't right. Meaning, I ain't listening, y'all. Hush up. But y'all ain't right. It's usually using that way. The way Gracie May was dancing, I thought the cheese done slid off her cracker. I mean, she was dancing crazy. Crooked. The southern way to say crooked, like that picture, is hanging cattywampus.
Yep.
Now, we've heard that one. Or, you've got that chest of drawers setting cattywampus, meaning it's sitting in the corner from wall to wall and not pressed up against the wall. Or, that's a little wonky. Wonky. W-O-N-K-Y. Whopper jawed. Now, I don't know what whoppered jawed means, but when somebody says it, I totally understand it. Meaning, you got that whopper jawed, meaning it's crooked. Whop-sided. Whop. W-H-O-P. It's a little whop-sided.
Yeah,
For example, I just said it.
Yeah, you did.
When Mama got this Jello out, can y'all
see?
see that Jello? It's high. It's
whop-sided.
all the way up to the top on
It
that
wasn't
side,
set
and it's
level.
not. See how it's whop-sided? And I said, she said, is that Jello gel? And I said, it has to be, Mama. It's whop-sided.
That's right.
Meaning it's whop-sided. Don't know where we get these words. And another one I use and have used my whole life is sogoggled. S-I-G-O-G-G-L-I-N. Sogoggling. Now, like you would say, he came in here sogoggling. He didn't know where he was at. The church shed was sagoggled. That picture is hanging all whomper-jawed. Isn't that fun? I love these. And I've learned a lot from them. We'll do one more. The Southern way to say deduce. Now you're cooking with oil. To figure out something or to understand it. I've deduced the meaning of it. Now you're digging where there's taters. Have you ever heard that? I've never heard that one. Have you, Mama?
Yeah, I think so.
Take to mean.
I don't know that.
That's take to mean. Meaning, that's the answer. Figure out or understand, to deduce something. Now you're cooking with oil, or now you're cooking with gas. You'll hear people say that, meaning we finally got it going now. We got it going. Maybe you've been trying to figure out how to use the remote, or maybe it don't have to have nothing to do with cooking or gas or nothing else. It can just be trying to figure out something. Maybe your cell phone has nothing to do with cooking. You'll say, now we're cooking with gas, meaning now it's working. This is what we was wanting. This is what we was trying to figure out. Or now you're digging where the taters are. That means now you're getting something done. We was just digging around earlier. We couldn't figure it out. Now we can figure it out. So that's just a few little Southern sayings. Did anybody come up with a hey mama? Cooking with grease. Yes, ma'am, Marilyn. That's a good one. I shared you. Well, thank you, Robert, for sharing us. Y'all spread us out. That's how we grow. It helps us to grow, and our page is growing, and we thank you all for that. So if you don't care, take a moment. I know you're not supposed to say the share word. A lot of people say sprinkle and all kinds of stuff, and that's great. But just share us out. Share us with your friends. Share us with your friends, and then maybe they'll say, hey, there's that John and Mama. What's the name of the book you are reading? Kim, one of y'all sent this to us, and it is called Southern Treasures for when you're plumb out of things to say. And it's written by Kelly Kazik and illustrated by Joshua Hamilton. I know that's backwards, but it's a great book. I love it. I've got it right here in the store next to me. If you're having a difficult time thinking of something to say, we've got you covered.
Or just feel sad, it cheers you up to read some of them.
It does. And some of them takes you back. And some of them I haven't heard since my childhood. Some of them I've heard just my uncle say. Some of them I've heard my granny say, but we don't say them anymore. But they're good old sayings. The Southerners have all kinds of little sayings. But if somebody calls you a young'un, take that as a compliment. And we call our children that all the time. You know, I mean, and it don't have to be your young'uns. It's just kids. You know, like anytime you want to say the word kids, most of the time around here we'll hear young'uns, pick that up, let's go. You know what that means. Mama calls everybody young'uns sometimes.
Yeah, I do.
Young'uns, what are young'uns up to? Or if you're explaining something, like if you were explaining a recipe, you might say, now young'uns, you can do this however you want to, but here's what I have found. So it's a nice little saying. Hello from Georgia. Hey, Patsy, how are you? How about, let's see, Barb says, hi, how about a brick short of a full loaf? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, all the time.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
I was told that a lot.
Southern treasures, not Southern.
Huh?
What did she say? Did I say it wrong? It's not treasures. I just glanced at it just then. Southern thesaurus, you're right. You are.
You just
Southern thesaurus. Yes, ma'am.
I didn't.
I got that little cattywampus, didn't I? Happy Sunday, John and Mama. Hey, Amy, how are you? Do you all punch? Do we have a punch recipe? We have several. One of the easiest ones we have is an orange pop, a Sprite, and a can of condensed sweet milk. Yes, a can of condensed sweet milk with a 2 liter of pop, of Sprite, and a 2 liter of orange. It's wonderful, but you can use strawberry. Those 3 ingredients are delicious at the moment.
Yeah,
you can also use ginger ale instead of Sprite.
And then when we get through, we usually add some vanilla ice cream.
Vanilla ice cream for topper.
When you get ready to serve.
All that's delicious together.
It's like a creamsicle.
A lot of our family calls it creamsicle punch, but we have made it strawberry, which is awful good. 2 sandwiches shy of the picnic. Yep, heard of that one, Susan. Mamas, you are funny. You have all your bricks. Thank you. Mama's got all her bricks. Prayers for Mama's test. Thank you, Emily. Well, I'll let y'all know as soon as we know. Hey, John and Mama, watching you from Texas. Well, Rebecca.
Where's she at?
She's in there. She just came in the door.
Well, she might need to. She probably went and watched the neighbors instead of...
She barked to come back in?
Well, that don't mean nothing. She just...
Softy.
She's bossy. She wants her way.
Hello from Irwin, Virginia. Hey, Crystal. Love you both from Upper Michigan. Well, thank you, Jody. Going to be a long day, Mama. Yeah, it will be. But her appointment's early, so I'm hoping they'll have it done early, and maybe she'll feel better by afternoon. We may cook a big old supper tomorrow night. We may go out to eat, too, whatever she wants to do. Love y'all from Florida. Well, hello, Camille. Good afternoon. It's raining here in Kentucky. Joanne, I think it's going to be raining here. It's looking like we're getting some. A lot of times y'all get it right before we do. If wishing were horses, we'd all take a ride. My mama has said that my whole life. Well, I like that one. I've never heard that, but I like it a lot. Can I borrow that? If wishing were horses, we'd all take a ride. That's when kids are saying stuff like, I wish I could go there. I wish I... And your mama's getting tired of hearing you, and she says, if wishes was horses, we'd all take a ride. That's cute. I like that. Can you share the author of the Southern... It's not Treasures, it's Thesaurus. Somebody got it wrong, Kim. Might have been me. The author is Kelly, Kelly, Kazek, Kazek. Y'all can take a screenshot of that and flip it or something. Kelly Kazek. Here. I'll dig in. Let's just get a screenshot, okay? So there it is. Southern Thesaurus for when you're plumb out of things to say, and it's written by Kelly Kazek and illustrated by Joshua Hamilton. It's a wonderful book. So there it is. Screenshot that one. Alright, folks. Mama, you got anything you want to add? Hey, from Arkansas. Hey, Carla, how are you?
I didn't know orange Jello could taste good, so good. When you're...
It's raining in Indiana, Maryland.
They had on the TV earlier about, I won't say what counties because I can't remember, in Kentucky where they were having bad storms and having flash floods.
We had a prayer request this morning, someone praying for no tornadoes. So y'all remember all those people who are in that path of bad weather.
There was several counties in Kentucky that was in the path. It was given warning for.
Now, there's a lot of days that Mama would not have eaten one bite now. At 1 o'clock, she slips around here all the time, don't eat. But because you can't, it's a forbidden fruit syndrome.
You want everything goes.
Everything sounds good. You ever been on a diet or restriction of some kind? You get to watching TV, everything on there looks good. When you ain't on a diet, you can't think of a thing to eat. Well, Mom, this orange Jello does taste pretty good. Why don't we just have Jello sometimes? Why do we wait till we have to have it?
I don't know. I used to make it every once in a while.
We used to have...
But I like bananas in it.
That would be good, ain't it? Let's mark that down as something we could do every once in a while.
This summer we're going to have to eat more
Jello.
Jello and stuff. Cool us off.
This is awful good. I like broken glass salad.
I thought about doing that with... I made some lemon. It's not set up good yet. And this orange. And I thought about
Mix it.
cutting it up like the broken glass and mixing orange and lemon for supper. Make it different.
Okay, we'll have orange Jello for lunch and orange and lemon for supper.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with you, Mama. It's awful good. If y'all are sitting around thinking, I wish I had something cool and refreshing, eat you some orange Jello.
Very cheap. Box of Jello and the water.
And it tastes really good. Now, I have a recipe, call it a recipe. You just take Jello, sugar-free Jello, and take an 8-ounce block of cream cheese and mash it up in there with a chopper and let it set. You put your hot and the cold. While it's still hot, you put your cream cheese in there and you chunk it up and then you let it congeal. And mine, most of the time, would make 3 layers. You'd have a clear layer on the bottom, a puddingy, frothy layer in the middle, and then you'd have a curdled, that cream cheese would be on top. And it was a wonderful little dessert when you was trying to do low carbs. And for you low carb people, I know you already know, but that can of Cool Whip that you get that sprays, look at the carbs on that. Ready Whip, there ain't no carbs in that. Very few carbs. So if you've got a sweet tooth, but yet you want a little craving, try that Ready Whip. You can put it in a bowl. You don't have to eat it out of the can.
You don't eat it out of the can, do you? You see them on TV spraying it in their mouths.
Mama, that's a loaded question. I don't, but I have. Like if you have it in here, it's safe. I've not drunk it out of the can.
At home.
But I have done that.
I can't quit eating it.
Well, you eat all you want, Mama.
I ain't had my biscuit or no meat or nothing.
She likes biscuit and sausage about this time of day, I believe.
It's too late for it.
Oh, it's too late for that. Well, folks, we don't have a thing today. I apologize, but if you can't cook and you can't eat, you're just stuck.
I told you could go ahead and fix you something, but
Mama, now
I'm
what?
kind of glad you didn't have to smell.
Calling back. That's a family member, and they're not watching, or they know he's on here.
Uh-oh, they're in trouble now.
That's okay. I'm just joking. All right, folks. We would like to say thank you for joining us today. Well, you knew we wasn't cooking. You knew we was just going to be sitting around eating broth and Jello, but you still showed up, and we appreciate it.
Yes,
we really
thank
do.
you so much.
That's who was calling here, Mama. Say goodbye, Mama, before you go.
Goodbye, Mama, and God bless you and all. Have a wonderful day.
And we'll let you know about Mama tomorrow. Talk to y'all later. Y'all have a blessed day.